Mr. President, are you going to cooperate with Mr. Nadler?
I cooperate all the time with everybody.
So he's asking,
and you know the beautiful thing? No collusion. It's all a hoax.
That was the president yesterday signaling, in his way, his willingness to cooperate with yet more Democratic investigations into Russia. Well, he'll be doing a lot of that the next 2 years, since investigations have become the top priority of the Democratic Party, far above fixing the drug, alcohol, and suicide crisis, our porous border, the collapse of our middle class. Will that work as a campaign platform? Fox senior political analyst Brit Hume has covered a lot of campaigns, and he joins us tonight to assess. Brit, thanks a lot for coming on. Do you think, and this is a sincere question, because maybe I don't, who knows what voters want, but do you think that is a winning message? Vote for us and we'll investigate more.
Well, it certainly isn't the message that the House members who successfully captured control of that body ran on last fall. They were talking about delivering for the American people on things like health care and other matters. And they make a case on the economy to the extent that they can in a full employment economy like this. But they didn't run on endless investigations. And they certainly, Tucker, didn't run on some of the other stuff they've been talking about, such as reparations, which is, Elizabeth Warren and others who are running for president are now talking about reparations. She wants to extend it to Native Americans. They're talking about all of the elements of the Green New Deal, which is extraordinary. I mean, we're talking here about a program of actions that are not simply implausible or difficult. They're impossible. These are things that can't happen and won't. But 4 or 5 of their presidential candidates have endorsed it and are co-sponsors of that. Not to mention the fact that they're talking about Medicare for all, which is utterly unaffordable, and every serious person who's looked at it will tell you that. But this is what they are doing. They've staked out these positions, these exotic positions, on a range of issues. They're following Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez around as the Pied Piper of the new Democratic caucus. She's completely eclipsed Nancy Pelosi and is undoubtedly giving her fits. So I don't think that if this keeps up, Tucker, and you couple that with this, endless investigations and so on, that this is really a very good platform to run on in 2020.
If you believe you can change your biological sex just by wishing it so, you believe in magic, so maybe some of this shouldn't be too surprising to us. But I wonder what the people like Steny Hoyer or the people who have been around a long time in Washington, in the Democratic caucus in the House, what do they make of all this?
Well, I'm sure they're frustrated by it. They know that the elements of the Green New Deal are impossible and undoubtedly would be impossible to pass anytime in the next 2 years. But look, if you completely cover yourself with this stuff, and this is what you're seen to be promoting, this is what all the noise is being about, this is what all of the talk is about, you may be able to do some other things, but they're going to be overshadowed by all this exotic stuff. For whatever this stuff is, it makes a lot of news. And that's why Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, for all her callowness and arguable shallowness, is able to become so prominent. She makes news, and she's kind of compelling. She's kind of adorable, sort of in the way that a 5-year-old child can be adorable.
Yes.
And she is at the moment, I think it's fair to say, she's the de facto leader of the Democrats in the House of Representatives.
I think that's right. And she is brave, I will say that. She says things nobody else will say, but she's also really arrogant. I wonder if she'll wear well.
Well, I thought for the first few weeks of this, Tucker, frankly, that the novelty would wear off. Yeah. It hasn't. She's still the hottest ticket in town, and I think she's got a lot of talent. I mean, she's real kind of cheerful and positive and attractive in that sense, and that goes a long way in politics. But she will if this keeps up and she's able to continue to promote these exotic positions and get people, prominent people and important people to sign on to them, she'll lead that party off a cliff. I don't think there's much doubt. In the meantime, of course, we thought we should expect the Mueller report to come, and if, as expected now, it does not convict the president or accuse the president of collaborating with the Russians to get himself elected, I think a lot of the air will go out of the investigation, because no matter what Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler at the Judiciary Committee, no matter what they try to do, they don't have anything like the investigative resources Mueller has, and therefore their probes cannot be expected to find anything like as much as he does. And if he doesn't find it, it's probably not there.
I think that's probably a fair assumption. Brit Hume, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Tucker.